I don't know if you know the story of our trip, but the story of our trip is because of Mamdani. There was a debate held by the Democratic candidates a few months ago. The moderators asked the candidates on stage, should you get elected, where will you travel first? All the candidates said they will go to the Holy Land, as usual, as the right thing to do. Mamdani says he's not coming. He's going to stay in New York because Mamdani is known to be anti-Israel. And to us, if you're anti-Israel, you're anti-Semitic. When Mamdani said that, I told my wife, if Mamdani refused to go to Israel and we don't challenge it, this will become normalized. We created what we call unbreakable bond. This trip here is called unbreakable bond between the state of New York and the Holy Land.
Several Muslim faith leaders and educators were determined to come on a solidarity mission to Israel, despite Mamdani's anti-Israel stance and in the desire to show the world that interfaith moderate voices still exist. Among them was Iman Nuruddin Shakir Mustafa from Dallas, Texas, whose marriage to a Christian woman makes him a living example of interfaith dialogue and practice. For him, coexistence is not a theory but daily life, shaped by decades of shared experience.
We're taught that in the Quran that we should not do that. And we're one humanity. Interfaith, like I explained earlier, that in '93 my wife and I got involved in Thanksgiving Square in Dallas, Texas, and that was the whole makeup of building that. It's like a mosque in the middle of downtown Dallas where different religions can come, learn about each other. And then what came out of that, they find they had more in common. You know, anytime you go to a meeting and you have the Jews bring the Torah, the Christian brings the Bible, the Muslims bring the Quran, and they teach about the effect that Moses had on their community. People say, wow, I never saw it that way.
Nova survivor Niv Reuveni spoke to the group at the site of one of the October 7th's most brutal scenes, wherein rows of photographs now stand in the earth, silent faces marking the spots where 378 lives were taken.
Everything started at 6:30. I was running with my friends outside. We ran like 8 kilometers east in the fields. We found some farm. We found some guy that was working in this farm. We got inside to that farm. He told us, like, come hide with me. We understood he's a Bedouin, he's a Muslim guy. We didn't understand what is this situation, but we got inside. After 1 hour, the terrorists came to this farm to look for us. They tried to go inside and murder us, 5 terrorists from each side. And Yunus, the Bedouin guy that was with us, got out and tried to convince them that no Jew is hiding here. We was hiding under the building, like really, like in the Holocaust. I saw them trying to go inside and I was hiding in my country, and Yunus did this step to try to convince them no Jew is hiding here, I'm alone, leave me alone. It took him like 10 minutes to convince them no one is here, and only after 10 minutes they left the farm, and 2 hours after that we got out of that farm. The people rescued us.
The Bedouin rescuer told it plainly. He saw people in danger and rushed to help, even knowing it could cost him everything.
I did what needed to be done. People were running toward my farm, begging for help as terrorists hunted them. I couldn't turn them away or leave them to fend for themselves, so I brought them into my home and promised I would protect them to the end. Even at the risk to my own life, I went out alone to speak to the terrorists and try to mediate.
Sharaka, an organization that brings together young leaders from Israel and the Arab and Muslim worlds to foster peace, interfaith understanding, Holocaust education, and real people-to-people ties, sees this work as a calling.
I wake up every day and I'm a religious practicing Jewish person, and I say Mamdani, thank you God that I found my job, because specifically since October 7th, this gave me the hope. I wake up and I see voices from the Middle East, and here I see a group of Muslim leaders that are here to learn, about Jewish history, about what happened during the Holocaust, about what happened, on October 7th, 2023.
Her message to Israelis and to Jews everywhere was to listen beyond the noise of rejection and notice the quieter, expanding community of allies in the region.
I really welcome Israelis and Jewish people around the world to do is to be hopeful a little bit that there are so many people that actually stand with us, that are allies of Jewish people, allies of the state of Israel to some extent as well, that you just don't know about, because the most vocal people are a minority of people in the Arab and Muslim world who are against us.
Another key voice was Shirina Drame, an educator and community builder from the Bronx who founded the Islamic Leadership School in New York after 9/11, creating a place where Muslim youth can learn, belong, and grow as both Americans and Muslims. The message she shared in Israel was the same one she teaches her students.
We're not here to take sides. We're not about sides at all. We are Muslims, and therefore we must stand for peace and all of humankind, because if you kill one person in Islam, it is as if you kill all mankind.
Her appeal was both moral and practical, a call to rouse communities numb by polarization.
We have to open minds, hearts, and ears, and we need to wake up.
The mission arrived at a critical moment for Jews worldwide.
We are created to serve different purpose. At this juncture in our lives, we believe that the purpose in which you were created is to do this, to leave New York, travel all the way to come to the Holy Land, to assure them that no matter what happens, New York stands with you. New York shows solidarity with you.
Don't take away from the Jews' atrocity. And coming from here, I said we could use the Jews' template in promoting, letting people know that don't forget it, because it could happen again.
From the site of the Nova Musical Festival, Georgia Valente reported for the Media Line.